Good evening, my lovelies. It's that time again. I can hardly believe it's here again. So tonight, it's pickling night. I'm going to spend most of the night in the kitchen. And I'm going to start off with my pickled red cabbage. Just shredding my red cabbage for now, and I'm going to pop it into this bowl. You can do this as thin or as chunky as you like. I like it quite thinly sliced. So I've got almost £3, I work in pounds, I'm sorry. Almost £3 of shredded red cabbage here. Now you want to make your pickling vinegar. I use half cider, red wine vinegar and white malt. I'm putting in here some mustard seeds, about a teaspoon. Do it by eye. Some black peppercorns, some caraway seeds. If there's one of these you don't like, just leave it out, it'll still work. I'm now adding to this vinegar mixture 3 tablespoons of sugar. I'm now taking this over to the hob and I'm going to bring it to a simmer. So I'm just going to show you myself pickling one jar. Now you can use any glass jar. You can use an old jam jar. You just must remember that they all need sterilising, and I just use baby sterilising fluid or tablets. If you're giving them for gifts, these are quite nice. They were from Asda and they were £1.50. So I'll just show popping this one up. So this is your cabbage all shredded up, and now you need to brine it. You need to put a lot of salt. And don't worry, it is a lot of salt, but it does get rinsed off. And you need to keep the salt on for at least an hour, then rinse it off, let it dry. As I say, it's quite a lot of salt. In each of these, I'll put about 2 to 3 tablespoons. And then just give it a mix. And the salt is important. It takes out the moisture, which gives you a crisper pickle. Now worse than a soggy pickle. So I just want to show you what the salt has done. Look at all the liquid there, and I've put no liquid in that. All I've done is put salt in. It takes out the moisture of the veg, so it's really important that you do that bit. So I'm now just packing the shredded cabbage into the jars. Make sure it's packed nice and tight. The vinegar mixture has cooled slightly, not fully, slightly. And we're now pouring it onto the cabbage. And then seal. And that's one jar of pickled red cabbage done. I'll continue with the rest, and ideally keep it in a dark, cool place. I just keep it in a kitchen cupboard until you're ready to use it. And don't be tempted to try it before at least 2 weeks. It needs 2 to 3 weeks really to be perfect. And as I said, they make perfect little gifts.